Enhancing a car's look doesn't always mean you have to dump a bunch of money on it. There are ways to make the car look better and even more aggressive than OEM on a budget. For example, look at this terrible wheel gap and ride height on my G87 M2. While probably functional, it just doesn't look very good. Thankfully, we can fix it without going broke. You don't always need expensive aftermarket wheels and coilovers, and in today's video, I'll prove it to you. Got some pretty sweet upgrades today. The goal is to transform this M2 on a budget. We have Dynon wheel spacers, 15mm and 17mm motorsport hardware stud conversion with the raced out nuts. We got an oil cooler protector / skid plate for the underside of the car. And probably what I'm most excited about are these AST adjustable springs for my car. It's finally time to eliminate that nasty gap.
That's disgusting.
Huge thanks to Sean from PSI in Orlando. They're actually the ones that sent these over for me to put on the M2. They're also cooking up a pretty crazy M2 build, and if you guys want to check that out, I'll leave a link to their YouTube channel down in the video's description. If you guys want to learn more about these products or you're interested in purchasing them, I'm going to make it really easy for you guys and leave links down in the video's description. We'll just start with the oil cooler guard just because it's the easiest thing to install. And by the way, it can save you a lot of money. While you don't need the oil cooler guard to transform the look of your car, I figured it would be the perfect time to install it. Not only does it protect a vital component of your car, it also looks a lot better than the plastic covers. It's not really that big of an issue if you're at stock height, but if you're gonna lower the car just like I'm about to do today, then the chances of it getting damaged are a lot more likely. So let's go ahead and swap that out, get it protected, and give it a better look underneath the car as well. Like I said, it's very easy. It's just a bunch of 10mm freaking bolts all over the damn place. Once you get those out, then you're pretty much good to go. So the ones underneath the gloss black centerpiece also have to be removed. Ta-da! Now I just gotta get the side pieces, but these tend to get mangled up and destroyed once you lower the car. Which, by the way, the one that we sell comes with the side pieces. A lot of the oil cooler guards you see online is just the center part. The one we sell on our website covers the entire front section. So you'll have protection there, there, and there as well. Gaga. Do you think BMW can honestly justify putting this much hardware on those pieces of plastic? It's overkill, man. Luckily, the upgrade doesn't have that much hardware. It actually comes with its own Hex 4. And they'll use a combination of the included hardware and some of the original 10mm that we took off. Went ahead and installed both side pieces, and I gotta say, this looks way better than OEM. It's very, very nice. It uses less hardware, so it's much easier to remove whenever you have to remove it. And the fitment everywhere is very precise. So to get the guard on here, you're gonna have to remove this. It doesn't allow us to install it properly. You got some tabs, just kind of push on those clips. And on up top, you're gonna push up and pull. Yeah, there you go. Boom, that's it. This comes off as well. I think it's the same way as the front section. Now we'll get the big boy piece on here, which is gonna go underneath the black center trim. And now let's get these big ones to connect to the side ones so we can hold it in place. All installed, definitely a lot better than stock. Again, just like the side pieces, the fitment is precise. Here's how it looks like in the rear section. I like it. And now you guys can actually see the protection you get right here. So if you guys run over a bump, a speed bump or whatever, and it's about to hit it, it gets protected by this. All right, moving on to the suspension. The reason I'm mostly excited for the AST adjustable lowering springs is that you get to keep the electronic dampening functions. And for the most part, the ride quality is on par to the OEM setup. Being able to adjust the height and the springs is a huge plus, and compared to other competitor kits according to AST, you can go lower with these, which is normally a common concern for Has kits in general. They don't go low enough. The price point for the kit is also very attractive. Oh God, these wheels are too heavy. And the worst part about having those heavy cast wheels is having to line them back up and getting the wheel bolts on there, which is why we're doing the stud conversion. It'll make that process of removing the wheels and putting them back on a lot easier. Oh, the rears are even heavier. All right, I gotta loosen up this lower control arm. We already marked it on the side for alignment purposes. This car has the divorce system, so it's a lot easier to work with. Always remember to put preload because you don't want to smack yourself in the face with the control arm. There's a lot of tension with that spring. So the stock setup right here, very easy to do the AST one. You'll reuse this bottom section right here, and that's pretty much it. This top section you're not gonna use. We will reuse the bottom portion from the OEM springs right there. So the white piece right here is gonna sit between the adjuster and the spring so it doesn't make any noise, so it doesn't meet metal on metal. Before we set it up and put it on the car, I'm gonna go ahead and adjust this. I think most Has kits are not easy to adjust while the suspension is all on and tightened. The question is, how low do I wanna go? And how low do these actually go? Risky, risky, risky. I'm hoping this is just perfect. Pretty much 4 lines on each.
So hot, this camera feel like it's gonna blow up.
Camera's overheating, fellas. We had to close the bay door because it's raining so freaking much out there. And we have no AC, so we're still looking for an AC sponsor company. What's good? I think I'm loosening it while he's tightening it. No. Okay, wait, go. Okay, break time. Now we're gonna work on the front suspension. By the way, how you guys like the engine bay? You guys missed out on this episode where I did the carbon fiber, the titanium hardware, the Keys Motorsport strut bar. You guys should check out that video. I'm gonna have it linked down in the video's description. It looks freaking cool. Only thing I need is an intake system and an upgraded charge cooler, which is already on its way to the shop. Getting all the EDC connection away from the strut, bro.
Ooh, that's hot. Oh, that's hot, hot, hot.
Went ahead and took the front strut apart completely. The base that sits down here, we hammered it out because I don't think we have to use this because AST provides this, which is essentially a replacement. So we're doing these studs right here. Stud conversions are probably one of the best budget-friendly upgrades you can do for your BMW, if you get quality ones of course. For one, they tremendously help when removing and installing your wheels. Having to line up the heavy wheels with the hub has to be the biggest annoyance with owning BMWs. A stud conversion takes care of that, and in my case pairs nicely with the spacers since they are long enough to accommodate the setup. Which the thread goes all the way up to the tip. Most people tend to get this style, which we also sell on the website. I believe it's called like bullet nose tips. Very nice if they stick out a little bit past the nuts itself. These are good for up to 18 mil spacers. We're running a 17 up front and a 15 in the rear, so this is more than enough.
Nice crusty rotors.
Yeah, I haven't drove it since I washed the car. That's why it looks like that. Blue, Loctite, not red.
Juice.
Blue.
Special juice.
Oh God, I overpoured. I don't know it was that juicy, bro.
It is moist.
So we said it's 25 pound-feet. If you get the silver studs, then it's 20 pound-feet.
It's 20 foot-pounds, not pound-feet. Why you keep saying that?
Pound-feet.
Shut the f up. Pound-feet. It's foot-pounds. It literally says it on the toll. Foot-pounds.
I say pound-feet.
My dude is like shaking over here.
It's an awkward position. Spacers are definitely controversial for many reasons, but as long as you stick to good brands, you shouldn't have an issue. Plus, they make a weak fitment wheel setup look amazing. So a lot of people do recommend 18 mil up front for the G87 M2 if you wanted to look aggressive. I went 17. I wanted to try these Dyna spacers out, and they only offer in 17 mil. Plus, they look really, really nice. They're super light. I don't know. I am a sucker for Dyna sometimes, so.
So what's the install procedure?
Step 1, you line it up like so. Step 2, you stare at it. Step 3, you push it in. Install complete.
Yes. Wow. That's like a 0.5 hour job.
Let's see how much easier it is to install these wheels now that we have a stud conversion. God, these cast wheels are so heavy. Yes. I purchased black and neochrome because the M2 is gonna get one and the F30 is gonna get whatever I decide not to use. Obviously this is probably gonna look like crap on the M2 and better on the F30 because it has that, you know, weird wrap that has color changing attributes to it. Look at that, bro.
Okay, you can go ahead and take it off now.
I like it.
That looks like shit.
Let's see. What you think, bro?
Yeah, black. Yeah.
You a hater.
Yeah,
All right, we'll go black with this car, and then we'll use the neochrome for the F30. So here's what it looks like. I just got to torque them all down once I lower the car. I like the look. They don't poke out too much. I know some people like that poke out look. You'll normally go with longer studs if that's what you're looking for. I like a nice clean OEM style look. Again, if you purchase the bullet nose style, which is slightly more expensive, and because it's not threaded at the tip, you'll be able to see that kind of protruding on this side. And depending on the length of it, it'll protrude a little bit more or a little bit less. All right, moment of truth. Let's go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh! The spacers really did it. That's the sauce right there. Me likey. Went ahead and rolled the car forward and backwards a few times, and it definitely settled down. It's much lower up front. I think I will continue to settle down, so I'll drive the car home today. I'm really impressed with how the height came out with the rear. I didn't really slam the adjusters in the rear, and look at that. It's near perfect. So I still have room to lower it more if I want to, but I think I'm gonna keep it like that since it matches with the front. The adjusters up front, we did max them out, but again, it's probably gonna continue to adjust, and I'll report back as soon as I drive it for a few miles. So I gotta say, I am beyond impressed with the results. Here's what the car looked like before, and here's what it looks like after. The car ride's amazing, and I can't feel any negative hit to the ride quality, which again is why I am a fan of Has kits. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed it. It really does help out the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already, and as always, thanks for watching. Till next time.